I'm Shiva.
I'm Sandy.
And this is
Our Relaxing Hobby. Hello.
Hi.
Tonight's episode is going to be about water changes. You know,
Yes.
something everybody has to do and nobody wants to. Like, as a matter of fact, as soon as we finish here, I have to go do.
Right. Which means I'll be chasing her with a camera, and then I got to do some of my tanks. So emphasis on some.
Yeah.
Some of my tanks. So.
Yeah.
And
So
she'll be chasing me with a camera.
I'm actually going to do a pretty easy one tonight. I'm just going to be just doing a quick suction of the bottom of the tank, get some of the sludge up, and then I'm just going to add a little bit of water because the water does evaporate over time.
Yes, it does.
So even if you have a perfectly balanced tank, you still have to add water, and I do recommend suctioning a little bit, just to
Right.
kind of get the sludge and the dead stuff off the bottom.
Yeah. I think
But
the rule of thumb.
that's
is
for me.
Yeah.
You do different because you
yeah,
do
I
full.
do different, but I think the rule of thumb, especially for established tank, is a 10% water change whenever you do a water change.
Yeah.
Now, there are a lot of different factors as to how frequently you're going to have to do this.
Right, because mine are very little fish. They're not dirty fish. So I really don't have to. I mean, really, I don't even have to pull up the sludge. I just like to do it.
Right.
You don't necessarily have to do that.
Let's establish what a dirty fish and a clean fish is.
Oh.
I mean, keep in mind
Shiva's fish are dirty. Dirty fish.
Yeah, the dirty fish are not the ones that like break open the play fish whenever you're not looking.
Right.
You know, it's nothing like that. Dirty
Play
fish.
that's funny.
Yeah. Not porn fish, but.
Damn it.
Yeah, sorry, we haven't found those yet.
No,
well,
that's
your
happening.
guppies are coming
Probably get
close.
some kissing fish. Anyway,
Your rapey guppies.
my
are
rapey
going
guppies are quite.
All right, so the dirty fish are basically the fish that do a lot of the excrement and shedding, and that would be the most common ones you're going to find in the Aquarius trade is going to be goldfish and koi.
And koi, yeah, the two.
the carp.
Yeah.
Anything from the carp family is going to be a dirty fish.
Yeah.
Your cleaner fish are pretty much all of your tropicals.
Yeah, the tropicals don't produce as much waste.
Right, the smaller the fish, the
but also
less
the
you're
tank
gonna
size too. I mean, I have a big 55-gallon tank. If I had a 10-gallon tank, I would need to do a water change weekly. Not full water change, but probably a 30%, 15 to 30% water change weekly. Because the smaller tanks, even with the tropicals,
with as many fish as you have.
Right.
So a lot of it, how often you do this is going to have a lot to do with how big your tank is and how many fish you have in it and what kind of fish you have
and
in
what
it.
kind of filtration system you have.
Right.
And what, there's
Right.
There's so many
now,
factors.
with us, we go crazy with filtration because you know it's a good practice. So we get those sponge filters, and each one is graded up to a 55-gallon or 60 gallons.
And
we
I have
put two in each one of
each
ours.
of the 55-gallon tanks has two.
Right, and then I've got the 75 that I keep the rope fish in. That one also has two. I have them in my beta tanks, which is 15 gallons and 20 gallons, and they each have one that's rated for a 60-gallon tank.
Right.
So
we'd rather have extra filtration. So we really don't have to do.
We don't have to do it as frequently.
Right.
Because of that.
I do mine about every 2 weeks. And mine's more about the water just evaporates.
Yeah.
So rather than just adding water, which some people do, and I used to do that years ago. Sometimes I would just add water. About once a month I would actually do the suction thing. But I like the suction out because, especially with Lucifer, I've seen that there's a lot more muck at the bottom. I don't know why. I don't know if that's him or if it's.
It might be.
Well,
he sheds too.
Yeah.
He
he does shed his whole
sheds.
body. Yes, his whole carapace sheds. But not that. I mean, you can see that when that happens. This is just muck. And I don't know if it's just because I have. I don't know what. It just seems like there's more of it than I ever had before in my old tanks. But anyway.
Well, you have a lot more fish than you did too because you're used to going with 20. You went from a 20-gallon tank, and then we give you this big 55, and you just went bonkers with the breeding.
I know.
And this is pretty, and this is fun, and so.
But so that's it's there are factors. A well-balanced tank doesn't need to be changed nearly as often.
We keep talking about well-balanced tank, and let's talk a little bit about how that happens. When you're starting a tank, don't think that you just throw the filter in.
Sorry, just kidding.
Yeah. Don't think that you just throw the filter in, throw everything in, and it's going to be perfect. You'll be fine.
No.
An established tank is what we mean by a balanced tank.
And
it takes a while.
A while, yes. I mean, it takes. Sometimes it can take up to a month or two.
Oh, longer.
Depending on the situation. I mean,
right. Now, this is going to sound counterintuitive, but smaller tanks don't establish as quickly as larger ones do. I know that sounds weird, but it's just the way it is. So basically, you're going to be testing your water at least once a week. If
Yeah.
when you first start out, you're going to want to test every couple of days.
Yeah,
Make
and it
su-
happens, especially in smaller tanks. It happens quick.
Right.
The
so you
ammonia
wanna-
spikes, the pH spikes,
Right.
the other
Nitrates
nitrates
and
and nitrites.
nitrites.
Yeah, everything. It varies, and it can be
Right.
from one. And the small 10-gallon tanks, it happens so quick, and you lose a
Right.
lot of fish quick.
Now, when your ammonia level goes up, the only way to get rid of that ammonia level is a water change.
Water change.
There's no,
Well, there's
No,
tablets
that
and
is the
stuff
only
like that.
way-
Yeah,
that
to
is
get rid of it. Yeah,
to
to
get
mask
rid
it.
of
You can
it.
mask
You
it with the
can mask
pills and
it.
the liquids,
But
but
the only way to
the
get
quickest,
rid of it-
best way is to just do a water change.
Right, so what I would say is like a 50% water change
Yeah.
every day until you got your levels down.
Yeah.
What I do with my tanks, just to be safe, is aside from having ammonia tags on each of mine that'll tell me.
Yeah,
if
we
the
have ammonia tags.
spike's going
We'll have
on,
to get some. I think we have a video,
Yeah.
but we'll show you the ammonia tags.
is I do a 50% water change on all of my tanks regardless of if they need it or not. This is just something I do as a safety precaution. It doesn't hurt the fish. They love playing in the bubbles when I got the hose going. But
Right.
that way I don't have to worry about it. That way I know that...
And I don't. Yeah, I don't do that.
And
I only do
I
when
mean-
something happens, like when the mollies got sick.
Yeah, but like my ropefish tank, which has been around for years, is really well established. But I still do a 50% water change once a week because the way I see it, I already had lugged out all the equipment because I have a whole... I have to get a pump and everything
slew
else. I
of
have this
stuff.
whole bunch of stuff that I have to do whenever I do water changes.
Hang on a second for us. Yes.
All right. I'm putting on a shirt because y'all are missing a majorly important shit.
Okay, good.
See, we knew.
We knew. But because I have to pull out like a pump and everything else to do one tank, I figure I might as well do every tank in the room while I've got all the stuff out. And while I bring the hose in and I,
Right.
fill up
Yeah,
everything.
a little bit different situation.
Yeah.
And then every once in a while she does a full where she cleans out the rocks and all of that, and where I just, like I said, I just suction mine out once every couple of weeks, so I don't have to deal with what she's doing, because the little fish you really don't.
Yeah, but I've got larger fish.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
in each, well, with the exception of my beta tank and the what the hell, the guppy fraternity. I've got the beta tank and the guppy fraternity, but then I've got like the ropefish where I've got 7 ropefish plus a Roomba who's a rhino croc who's big.
Right.
And then I've got a small school of serapes running around in there and a small school of cories. So yeah, I prefer to, especially since a lot of my ropefish are still young and they're growing, I'm doing that 50% water change every week.
And by all means, comment on that if what you guys do. We'd love to know
Yeah.
what everybody does differently. Subscribe, like, share, buy something. We're gonna actually have our expert of
Yeah, we're gonna
our technical expert
our
Garrett,
technical-
her husband, is gonna come on and
Yeah,
correct
because-
us.
Yes, because he's been listening off camera,
yeah.
and he was just like, "Okay, I'm."
He
putting
made
a
us stop.
shirt
I don't know
on.
if you're gonna show that.
Yeah, he was like doing this,
So he's
and
gonna help
he's
us
like,
out.
yeah, he's like, "Okay, you guys are missing a bunch of shit. I'm gonna go put some clothes on." So,
Yep, so I will move so that Garrett can
we're gonna
talk.
let Gareth talk.
Everybody say hi to Garrett.
Yep, say hi to Gareth.
Hey guys, now the most important thing about why you do water changes is what's known as the nitrogen cycle. Now granted, it's good to go ahead and occasionally suction out the gravel or whatever substrate you have in your tank, but the main reason that you need to change the water is because fish excrete ammonia. They're talking about the ammonia over here, they're not talking about how the ammonia gets there. The fish excrete it. Now, when they're talking about a well-established tank, that means that enough bacteria has grown on all the surface areas of the tank that it's able to process that ammonia, and it processes them into nitrates. Now, the nitrates can be very toxic to the fish as well as the ammonia, but then there are other bacteria that consume the nitrates and turn them into nitrites. Nitrites are not as toxic for the fish, but they will build up in the water, and if they build up enough, new bacteria will form that consume the nitrites and convert them back into nitrates. So you can end up with a bad nitrate spike, or if it goes even further than that, you can end up with an ammonia spike due to that. But that's the main reason, is to get all of the waste that the fish produce, not just the solid waste, but but the ammonia and
He means fish pee! Sorry. Being a smartass.
but the ammonia and the resulting nitrogen-based compounds that come from it being broken down. You get that out of the water, replace it with fresh water, and they keep the cycle going.
So thank you for your time, Mr. Wizard. We will come back and talk a little bit more.
We're gonna get him a shirt that says Fish Wizard.
Fish
All right.
Wizard.
And now I am going to, thanks to editing magic, I am going to teleport out of here.
So now that the smart one,
Yeah, now that all that technical stuff, other than the fish pee,
Yeah.
because that was just an easier way to say that. But it wasn't just fish pee; it was just all the excrement of the fish.
yeah, and he brought up a good point that we forgot about, and that's the extra food.
Right. Yeah.
Which
Food
is the reason.
does dissolve and go yucky at the bottom of the tank.
Yeah,
yes,
which
if
is
you don't-
good reason not to overfeed
Overfeeding,
your fish.
yeah, we've talked about overfeeding a lot of times. So yeah, overfeeding is bad. So
Yeah.
yeah, we forgot all about that.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
Fortunately, we had Mr. Fish Wizard.
Mr. Fish Wizard, that's what we're going to call Gareth from now on.
Yep.
But if you have any comments, like, subscribe, share, comment below,
And then visit our store.
and visit our store.
Yes.
And again, we're going to the reason we really, really want you to visit the store is not for Sandy to swim with sharks this time.
Yeah.
We are indie filmmakers, and
We really are. I don't take the quality of this show as being
Yeah.
like the best of our abilities because we
yeah,
don't have
this
a
is
whole
for
crew
fun.
here.
Yeah, this is for
Yeah,
fun.
this is literally
Um,
her and I up by ourselves with a camera. We don't have a
Yeah.
whole crew. Although Gareth keeps saying he's gonna-
won't let me light it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
keeps
Gareth
saying
wants
he's
to
gonna
light it. He wants to light it. We don't want him. We don't want him to.
Yeah, yeah.
But,
we don't let Gareth light it because we figured if we turned into this big fancy production, you guys wouldn't listen to us anymore.
Yeah. Not that you
You'd be
listen to us now.
Yeah.
But
I know, but
anyway.
it would look too professional for the
But,
type of show we have.
She's been talking for several years, and jokingly, that she wanted to make a show called Koirana,
Yeah, I want to make a movie.
and she has figured out a way to do it.
Yes.
We do need funds.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're interested in that, which you want to see that B movie called Koirana, I mean, it's got to be better than Sharknado.
Right. Yeah.
Anything's got to be better than that.
Oh, come on. Sharknado was just fun.
Anyway,
I mean, just stupid fun.
it's really going to be a lot of fun to make, and we're really excited. But
Right.
we do need you to help us out and buy some stuff from our shop.
Right,
We
because the
have lots
proceeds-
of other things. The proceeds are going to all go towards Sharknado.
Sharknado.
I'm sober.
Yeah.
Go towards Koirana.
Koirana.
So we do need help with that. We are an indie film company, so any help would be appreciated.
Yes.
So
And there's all kinds of stuff in the shop. You can get like phone cases. You can get T-shirts.
and we're still up
mugs.
for that whole watermelon murder thing. Remember that?
Yeah, that's true.
Remember
If
the
you wanna-
watermelon
if you
murder
just-
thing? If
yeah.
you want to symbolically murder someone, we can
Yeah,
do the
if-
watermelon murder.
Yeah, if you're interested in just doing a straight up donation, just get a hold of us. I'll put the email in the description below.
Yeah.
And
Forgot
if you're,
about that.
yes, and if you're interested, we will do a watermelon sacrifice.
Yeah.
And
For the
what-
koi. The koi will eat the
Yes.
watermelon. He will put your whoever's name on it, and they will do the ritual, the
murder ritual.
the murder ritual sacrifice of whoever it is you want.
Right. So basically, give us
Quick
like,
way
you
to
know,
to
ex-wife,
to
ex-husband,
whatever.
little brother, or little sister,
Boss.
whatever, boss.
Yeah.
You know, what we do is we write the name of the victim on the watermelon, we cut the watermelon up, we throw it to the koi pond, we film it all for you.
Yeah, and we
So-
will post it for you.
Hmm.
So keep that in the back of your mind
So-
too, because that was a Shiva idea.
Yeah, because
She's Shiva.
I'm the evil host.
But anyway, if you have any comments, please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, buy something from the shop so we can get Koirana made quicker.
Yep.
And we will see you next time.
Yep. Bye.
This is what Sandy uses to do a suction thing on her tank. It is a very basic thing, and it's kind of gross. It's just faster. There's a one that you can use with a little pump thing but it takes too much time. Literally all I'm doing, and I'll let her show, I'll try to get close when I start doing it. You'll see all the stuff, the sludge come into this. Let me take off the stuff that's on my wrists, because that will be gross. My hand's going to go in there. Hang on. And, sorry for the mess in my room, but
No
hopefully
worries.
we won't...
Okay.
All right.
So how do you start this?
I put it. What I do is, you guys started. So you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is how we start this. This is kind of gross. You ready?
You're just
Yeah.
stirring the suction.
Yep.
You're not actually drinking the water.
No, you just gotta get it going. Hold on.
Yeah.
Gotta make enough
Sandy
suction that it.
sucks.
Yeah. Apparently, Sandy doesn't suck well because you're watching. Hold on.
She can't perform with the camera.
Yeah. Pressure. It's pressure. There it goes. Okay.
Right.
So, and then you literally just kind of move it very slowly, because the more you move it around, the more the stuff gets pulled up. But as you can see, the sludge is extremely, you know, gross, the bottom.
Yeah.
That's just leftover. God, I don't want that leaf in there. Get out of there. Sorry, dude. But I usually stick to like one little section. And then you just, if you can see the sludge inside the thing.
I can see it.
Okay. But that, and then I usually do like one, I usually, depending on how dirty it is, I'll do 1 to 3 buckets. Each bucket is 3 gallons. So tonight I'm probably just going to do 1. But you can see how dirty the nasty is.
Yeah.
And I'll get that leaf out of there later. Well, let's see if we can move Lucifer and piss him off.
There's Lucifer. Hey, Lucifer.
He gets very angry when I move his thing. He does not like me moving his house.
No, he doesn't.
You see, there's Lucifer. See how he doesn't mess with the fish? See, there's literally a catfish in there with him.
Yeah. He's learned his lesson, because he knew that 3 strikes and he was out, so he only got 2.
Yeah. He never did his 3rd strike. But yeah, that's all you do. If you have one of these, it's just fast. You do that initial thing is kind of gross, but usually it only takes 1 try. I just, for whatever reason, when you were watching me, it didn't. But as you can see, it kind of stirs the water up. So it's best to move it very slowly. And then just try to get as much of the sludge up as you can.
Yeah, under ornaments is always a good place.
Yep, you just move. I move the ornaments out of the way, and then I'll put them back. As you can see, I'm moving them to get the worst of it up, because that's where the stuff all sits and kind of stays. But as you can see, like you can see, some of the places aren't nearly as dirty. But I know you guys are getting mad at me, but
You're being attacked by your guppies.
yeah, that's actually the cat. That's the
The
Corys are trying to kill me. Now, what I usually do is every other one I'll take the sponge filter out, which I'm going to show you really quick how to take this. I'm going to take the sponge filter out really quick and rinse it. I'll just use this water here because it's not that bad.
Well, that and it keeps the bacteria, right?
It keeps the bacteria in it, so we're just going to keep it. I was going to do a quick rinse of the sponge filter, which, I mean, they're so easy to use and they're so easy to clean. So just kind of show you that really quick. And then what I'm actually going to do is take one of these sponge filters and rinse it really quick. Just to kind of show you. I just pull it out and
Show it, Chris. There we go.
yeah, you take it apart. I left the air filter part in there, and then I literally just take it and just a couple of times, get some of the sludge out. Now, a lot of times if it's really dirty, you want to use the cleaner water, like you take the top water, so because the sponge is really disgusting. But I just cleaned them last week, so they're really not that bad. So, because I did a much bigger water change last week. So, but that's really all you have to do with the sponge filter.
Yeah, and then you just stick
And then
the
you
top
just
back on.
literally
And
stick it back in there, and hopefully not break it.
Okay, so I'm dealing with several things at the same time, so the first thing I've got a 200-foot hose, the retractable kind. This is a lifesaver for me because I have so many tanks, and it is long enough to go all the way to Sandyford if you want to do it.
Right. When I do a full water change, I do take that hose.
Right now I've got it going in the koi pond just because they needed the top off because evaporation does screw that up.
Yeah, evaporation. So see how it's over there next. You can't see it, but it's over there next, coming in.
Yeah, you can see.
Anyway.
Yeah, I have it going into the top.
Yeah.
So I just emptied out some water.
You can see how these went. They were about here, and now they're down here.
Yeah, I just emptied out some water in both Slipner's tank and the guppy fraternity.
The fraternity tank, yeah.
Right, and I will. If you notice here, I lowered Slipner's heater, so it stayed submerged.
So yeah, you want to keep the heater submerged, otherwise it'll burn out.
Right, now on this one I turned, because of the way that the heater's going, I turned the heater off.
You can open. I don't want to turn it sideways, but
Yeah.
you can kind of see the heater goes
right
up
here.
there. Yeah, it goes up and down. So
What I did was I turned it off, and I'm waiting a few minutes for it to cool down. In the meantime, what I did was piss off Roomba. I took my little sponge here, and I was just kind of doing this, which Roomba hates. And she's like, oh good, you're doing it again, just to show the audience. Screw your audience. Go
yeah,
away.
Roomba gets mad.
Roomba gets mad when I do that, but I do that to all the tanks, kind of keep them clean. And I do it before I do a water change, because that way
stirs up all the water, and I get a lot of that gunk out with the suction of the water.
Yeah, see, because she doesn't do the same thing that I do.
I do the gravel cleaner about once a month or so.
Right, but not tonight.
But not
Yeah.
tonight. Tonight I'm just doing my usual.
Now, keep in mind the sponge is only used for fish.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a brand new sponge.
This is my fish sponge.
Right.
I keep it separate. And I used to have color-coded sponge back when we had the haunted tank, because I didn't want any sponge that went into Bonnie's tank to go into
Right.
the other tank, because we knew
Right.
it was likely they had something gone wrong with them. So I had like 3 sponges, one for each
Right.
of the main tanks.
And this is the pump, one of the pumps.
Right,
She has
now
many.
what I'm doing now is now I've got a hole drilled into my wall here.
As you can see,
and
yeah.
that goes to a PVC pipe that takes the water out into the yard.
Out into the
I
yard.
have the greenest grass.
Yeah. So she's gonna
that
put.
way I don't have water coming in under the house and creating a sinkhole, which in Florida is a distinct possibility.
Right.
So we try to prevent that. Anyway, so I'm going to start this on the rope fish. And they may or may not come out to play because they think it's funny.
Yeah, and then she's gonna do the rope fish. Then she's gonna probably do the other 2. Well, I don't know if you do the. You don't do the.
Well, I do the.
You're not gonna do.
Yeah, I do it because I changed out the Temple of Love stuff.
Did you? Okay.
So basically, I'll be doing the rope fish tank. I'll be doing Broken's tank here, and then I'll be doing the
Pleco
Pleco
tank.
breeding tank.
Okay.
But you can see how I put the heater down here so it'll be below water level, because they're only going to get about maybe
Yeah.
I'd say about maybe a 25% water change on this one.
Right.
And I am also going to clean filters, but Sandy's already shown you how to do that, so I don't
Right.
have to show you.
Right.
But basically,
Yeah. Now, what? Yeah. I mean, see,
yeah, you can see the water.
the water's slowly going down. Yeah.
But I
now-
think I can fill up these guys so you can see.
Yeah. So
I'll
that's
wait for that.
just a little safety measure. I mean, it doesn't necessarily need it every week, but Shiva does it about every week, don't you?
Yeah, every week.
Yeah.
Every week I do a water
And as you can
change.
hear, these are with all the pumps running, which we normally turn off when we do the show.
Yeah.
This is in the background of the show. See, here's the couch that we sit on, and here's what's in the background. Where that's where I would say the fish are literally right behind us.
Right in front of us.
Well, right in front
Right
of
in
us.
front of
Well,
us and
right
to the
behind the
side.
camera.
Yeah.
So they're literally right there. But usually we have we turn off the pump so you don't hear everything. But now you're hearing it in all its glory. But see how she's
Yeah, I'm basically
doing that. Slipnir is not messing with the bubbles. Usually they like to play with the
If I
bubbles.
move the bubbles, he will. See?
Yeah, he likes the bubbles. They all like bubbles. For some reason, fish really like bubbles.
Yeah, flip there playing
So-
with bubbles.
Yep, he's
They're
going to play the
fun.
bubbles. Yep. See, he's going to play the bubbles. Yep. They love bubbles. I don't even know. I don't know what to tell you.
Like a spa day for them.
Yeah.
They love water changing day.
Yeah, except for Roomba doesn't like it when you use the sponge.
Yeah, Rimba doesn't like glass cleaning, but,
Yeah.
but they all love, well,
The bubbles are fun.
yeah.
They don't like necessarily when you take away their water.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah. But that's Shiva. Now this is not a day she's going to do the pond, so we don't have to worry about
Yeah,
that.
the pond, basically I take a bigger pump and then I do the same thing. I put the pump in the water, stick the hose through into the PVC.
Right. And then suction out the
go
pond
down
water,
Go down about 25% and
Yeah.
then refill.
which takes a lot longer.
Oh yeah, for the pond it takes me, I'd say
Yeah.
about 40 minutes to do it.
Yeah, all the rest of
Maybe
these don't take very long.
longer. Yeah.
I'm actually going to go do the other tank in the house, your mom's.
Okay.
So,
But, yeah,
oh, we got to get
it's
off
basically
because our
just
battery's
showing-
dying. So,
Okay.
say goodnight, Shiva.
All right.